I'm gonna make some, how about some chicken and lima beans? Not canned lima beans, dried lima beans, right there, been soaking. And I already cut up the chicken leg meat in small pieces like this. So why am I boiling them? Well, we're gonna boil them and use the stock to cook the lima beans. I put bay leaves in there, and then after I take out the chicken, I'm going to simmer up some whole thyme because I'm too lazy to chop it up. What's the big deal? The flavor is going to be there. I'm going to put all of this, like one package of thyme, into that. You can use no herbs, you can use herbs. I'm going to have onions and celery and garlic and carrots going into this. The first thing I wanted to do to get out of the way was just poach off the chicken. So we have a nice fresh stock to cook the lima beans in. Not that canned stuff, which is not bad, but nothing better than fresh. And it's a lot of chicken. It's 2 pounds of chicken, 1 pound of lima beans. So it's going to be a good meal. I got some bacon, which is optional, but I'm putting it in there for flavor. So while that's boiling, the bacon, I don't want to put it in there raw because I want some bacon flavor and I want to see the bacon, but I don't want all the grease from the bacon in the lima beans. So I'm going to fry the bacon first and then cut it up. The chicken is cooked. It cooks fast. Just take about 5-6 minutes. We'll take that chicken out. It's a lot of chicken. Try to leave the bay leaves in there. Put the thyme in there. May seem like a lot, but it's really not. Let that simmer up for about 5-6 minutes. I smell it already. I'm going to strain that through a chinois and have the beans ready in another pot. Cut up the bacon, saute the little vegetables I have. While you're poaching off this chicken, put a tablespoon of salt in there so that flavor gets into the chicken. So when you're eating it later, the chicken will have a flavor of its own. It won't rely upon the lima beans for flavor. And this bacon here, oh, this is thick bacon. Into here, I'm going to put the vegetables. We're going to saute them up a little bit. I don't think the bacon will mind that this is going in there. A lot of vegetables always work out nicely when you're cooking up beans. Little salt, pepper on that. Use my little mixture of salt and pepper. Put the right amount of pepper in with the salt, and you don't have to use the items separately. And you put what you want. You like heavy pepper, put more pepper. Less, put less. Just a little salt and pepper in there. Everything has to be seasoned separately. Okay, and that thyme in the stock, that's just about ready. And when this is ready, we'll just lift out the bacon, cut it up, put the vegetables in with the beans, cover them up with water, and let them simmer. So I put the beans already with a little water, and we're going to just strain that stock right over them. And then a couple of minutes from now, see, this is starting to cook already, and that's what I want. I have about an hour and a half to get this ready for dinner, so I'm kind of in a rush. And this will, this is starting right away. Just put a high flame, as high as you can get. As soon as it comes to a boil, you're going to cook it nice and slow. Meanwhile, the vegetables have sweated up over here. So I will lift out the bacon to be chopped. Just put that bacon in the pot. And leave a couple of pieces that aren't that big in there. And let's just put this in here. Remember I said without the grease on the bacon? Okay, so I lied. There's the vegetables and the grease from the bacon. If you wanted to, you don't have to cook the vegetables in the bacon grease, but you know what, it tastes so good. Okay, we're going to let this come to a boil. I'm going to chop up the bacon, put it in there. Well, it's come to a rapid boil, which you don't want because then it'll reduce too fast. So now cut it down, just so it simmers like that, and then cover it. And well, as the steam stays in, it'll be cooking even faster than those little bubbles. We'll come back here in an hour and check it. Just make sure you cover the beans. That's all you need, is to just cover them with liquid as they're cooking. They've been cooking for about an hour or so right now. And let them keep cooking. Okay, the beans are done. If you notice, just enough liquid for the amount of beans. Now you can do two things here. You can take a whip and mash them up a little, so the sauce, it'll become a little creamier and thicker. Or you can leave them whole. Or you can take that speed stick, plug it in and put it in here and puree it even more. But I think like this, you still want to see the beans and you get a little body. And we take all the chicken, an immense, and now we see if the ratio is okay for what we want. Now, what are you going to have this with? Rice? Pasta? I'm just going to have some of this all by itself with the beans. Now, if you enjoy eating chicken, that amount of chicken with the beans seems to be perfect. Season them with a little salt and pepper to taste. Not much, not for me, but I will put some hot sauce in there, because that's what I like. And if you want to add some chopped parsley to this, some minced up scallions, and there it is. Look how creamy that is now. So we have simple dish, chicken and little baby lima beans. Enjoy. That's a dinner for at least 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are not starving to death. Enjoy.